Hi, and welcome to today's class. Today we're going to be focusing physically on our balance and our strength, specifically in the legs. Looking at this from more of a metaphorical lens and energetic perspective, this is an incredible practice to have at the end of your day when you feel like you still have some energy, maybe you've got a little bit of anxiety. However, you can really do this practice at any time. This is a vinyasa flow. There will be some longer holds, but expect to move with your breath. There is strength, there is fire, there's definitely a lower chakra strength energy here. And today we're actually going to start at the top of our mats standing. So go ahead, meet me here, and we will begin. Oh, and before we start, blocks would be ideal, and if you want a blanket to protect your knees at all, have that as well. So, to begin, we find ourselves in Tadasana. Walk out your feet for just a few moments, really allowing yourself to find that neutral, grounded stance. From there, heels into the earth, knees soft, ribs stacked over hips, spine long, crown to the sky. Notice your breath as you arrive today on your mat in your yoga practice. Option to call upon Ujjayi breath, your victorious breath, as we move through today. In and out through the nose, slight constriction in the back of the throat, creating that crashing wave-like sound. And before we start, just take note of how you feel today, what's arising in your body and your aura in this moment. Inhale, reach your hands up overhead, find prayer position. Exhale, hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra, dropping the chin forward, soften the eyes or close them completely, and welcome yourself to your practice. Maybe take a personal intention, or it can relate back to the theme of the practice, balance. On your next inhale, reach your hands up overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center again. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, up overhead. Exhale through. Up overhead. Exhale through, pause at heart center, Anjali Mudra. Inhale here. Exhale, fold forward all the way. Let yourself hang in your forward fold for a moment. Head be heavy. Again, knees soft. Inhale, halfway lift, spine long. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, hands up overhead. Find a gentle back bend. Hands can come through into prayer here. Hands to heart center. Inhale, Anjali Mudra. Exhale, forward fold all the way. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, find chair. We start with fire today, heat. Knees bent, making sure you can still see your toes. Navel in and up towards the spine. Spine neutral. Shoulders and jaw relaxed. Calling upon fire in your root chakra today, in your legs. Awareness here. Last breath. Inhale, rise up to Tadasana, reach your hands up overhead. Exhale, twist open to the left, arms out into a T shape. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, twist open to the right. Inhale, hands back up through center. Exhale, forward fold. Grounding your hands into the mat. Step your left and your right foot back, find down dog. Taking a few moments here, it's your first time in this position today. I encourage you to inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, draw the heels towards the earth. But if you want to pedal it out, wag the tail, you do what feels right in your body. Last breath of movement, find a pause in your downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, ripple forward, high plank. We hold for a moment. Think about, again, navel in and up towards the spine, hands under the shoulders. Take a breath in. Exhale, drop your knees, find tabletop. And we're going to move right into a spinal wave. Thinking of cowing your back and shift your hips back to child's pose. And then round the spine through cat, reach forward, tabletop. Inhaling, cow back. Exhale, cat forward. We're going to be here for about a minute. Move with your breath, and if there's any other organic movement like a barrel roll, or if you just want to stick to regular cat-cows, that is fine. If you want to deepen this spinal wave, when you come forward, option to bend your elbows, drop into a cobra, and then pulling navel in and up and back. This is to move energy through the spine, from tailbone to the base of the head. Last breath. And then pause, tabletop, hands underneath the shoulders. Take your right leg extended out to the side, toes facing forward. From here, you're going to ground in with your right hand. Inhale, left arm rises, swoop up. Exhale, thread left hand through. Inhale, unthread back up. Exhale, thread through. Inhale, up. Exhale through. And hold. Unthread, inhale, reach your hand up one more time, hands ground into the mat. Take your right hand, reach it up for a nice counter twist. Again, hands ground, and this time rock your hips front to back. If your foot wants to come up, you're welcome to rock the toes up and out, and then ground the toes back in. Front to back here, noticing your own range of motion, not comparing yourself to who you want to be or even myself, but to where your body is. It is not the pose we're trying to get into, but simply what the pose can give us. Last rock, and pause. From here, I'm going to have you exhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, bring knee to shoulder. Then cross back behind you through a tiger pose and draw your right knee to touch over the left calf. Beautiful. Uncross and shift back, child's pose. Knees can be together or a wide-legged child's pose. Inhale, pull forward and reach left leg out to the side. Toes pointing forward, outside of that left foot grounding in, and we repeat the other side. Inhale, right arm rises up. Exhale, threads through. Inhale, up and out. Exhale, thread. In and up. Exhale, thread and hold. Inhale, unthread, reach that hand up to the sky one more time, ground your right hand in, and then next inhale, swoop left arm up, just take your counter twist here. Hands back through into neutral. You can tuck your back toes as we begin our front to back rocks this side. Making sure that we are gripping through our whole hand, the base of the knuckles, the fingertips, especially in that pointer finger and thumb. Last rock. And then pausing your rock, exhale, lift your left leg straight up. Inhale here. Exhale, bring left knee to left shoulder. And then curl your left leg back, tiger pose. And then drop left knee over right calf. Bring it back up through center. Tuck your back toes. Find down dog. And then slowly walk yourself to meet feet at the front of the mat. Inhale, rise up. Tadasana, arms by your sides. Take a moment, regulate. Okay, and we move on. Inhale, reach your hands up overhead. Find prayer hands. Exhale, hands to heart center in Anjali Mudra. Inhale here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up into chair again. Hands can be at heart center, or you can reach your arms overhead. Spine long and neutral, navel in and up towards the spine. You can even connect with Mula Bandha if you would like to lift your pelvic floor. Option to deepen into your chair pose as this is your second time here. Feel the fire, cultivate it here. Inhale, rise up, left leg rises, hands up overhead, one-legged mountain. Exhale, twist open to the left. Notice where your balance is. We are not here for perfection. We are here for our practice, even play. So notice how your balance evolves today. Inhale, hands back up through center. And exhale, hands to heart, foot rests down. Inhale, hands back up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Ground your hands into the mat. Step your left foot back. Option to take blocks underneath the hands for support here as we align. Inhale, rise up. High lunge. Hips even facing off the front of your mat. Noticing strength in front and back leg. One more breath here. Exhale, hands to the blocks. Relax your back knee. Find a low lunge. And we're going to find a rock front to back, exhaling into a kneeling half split. Inhale forward through that low lunge. Option to reach hands up overhead and then back to the block. We're going to be here for a moment. My encouragement is to breathe with your breath. Nice to inhale into the lunge and to exhale into your half split. If this is easy to you, or you want a bit of a more challenge, tuck your back toes, extending both legs, and find low lunge to pyramid. Both are awesome options, and we're all gonna get an option in pyramid. But if you like this extended pyramid to low lunge and you're ready for it, you are welcome to move. Sometimes at the end of the day, our bodies are already a little warmed up as is. Last rock, and we're all gonna meet in pyramid. If you were doing a low lunge, just lift the back leg off, extend the front. This is a pretty extended pyramid. If you want, you can ever so slightly draw the back foot in about a couple inches, and then we find our long spine, hips neutral facing forward. You can inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold a little more forward, heart to knee. Inhale up. Lengthen, exhale, fold, deepen. 2 more. If you can, ground your hands into the mat or keep your hands to blocks. And we're going to step our right foot through into 3-legged dog. Giving your right hip some extension after that deep flexion. Right foot meets the left. Inhale, down dog. Exhale, shift forward, high plank. Option to stay here, or if you want to move through your chaturanga vinyasa, you are welcome to. And all of us come back to child's pose. One more breath. And reach forward through down dog. Walk both feet to the front of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, find chair. 3 breaths. Inhale, rise up. This time, right leg rises, one-legged mountain, also called stork pose. Your next exhale, twist open to the right. Find your balance this side. Inhale, hands back up through center. Exhale, release your right foot. Forward fold all the way to the mat. Option to ground your hands into the ground or the block. This time, right foot steps back. And as I'm filming and I hear that sound, sending so much love and prayers to whoever that ambulance is for. Well, there's nothing I can personally do. I will share my love and compassion. Okay, from here, inhale, rise up, high crescent lunge. Hands up overhead, palms face each other, shoulders away from the ears. Last breath. Exhale, hands to the blocks or the mat. Relax your back knee and find your rock. Half split to low lunge. Again, this is an incredible option, just low lunge to half split. However, if you were looking for a bit more sensation, extending into that extended pyramid and then into your low lunge is another option. One more, finishing up, and we're all gonna meet in pyramid. Hands to the blocks or to the mat, both legs extended. If an extended pyramid is too much, drag your back toes in about 3 inches and we hold. Your spine is long, thinking about no cat. We want neutral spine. This movement is originating from your hips. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, deepen the fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. One more. Option to keep hands on the blocks or ground your hands into the mat. Step left foot through, 3-legged dog, extension in the left hip. Left foot meets the right. You can stay in down dog, or you can move through a vinyasa if you would like, through chaturanga or any variation that you would like to move through. And we all meet in down dog. Walk, step, or jump to meet your feet at the front of the mat in a forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up through Tadasana. Hands come up overhead into a prayer position. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center and Anjali Mudra. Inhale here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up into chair pose. Hands can be where you want, at heart center, up above the head. Again, notice the sensations and how they have shifted through this practice. Inhale, rise all the way up. Find one-legged mountain, left leg rises. Option to extend your front leg, binding with opposite hand as we twist open to the left. If that is not accessible, the previous option is here for you. And we hold. Spine long, core engaged. Release any binds. Inhale, hands back up through center. This time, exhale, warrior 3. Bring arms to airplane, out by your sides. Now we're calling on some balance. Noticing where the mind goes as we ask our body for a challenge. Inhale. Exhale, as controlled as you can, step your left foot back. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Here, I'm going to have you bend slightly into your left leg. Thinking about tucking your tailbone under, engaging your core in the front of that left side, then extend your left leg again. We hold. Exhale, hands to the blocks or to the mat. Lift up your back leg, standing half split. You can point your left toes away from you or towards you, and just notice which supports your balance more. If you would like to advance this, option to take your hands to the ankle, your right ankle. Ground your hands into the blocks or the mat. Step your left foot down, back, and then through. Inhale, rise up, Tadasana. Hands up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Relax your hands by your sides. Take a moment. Rolling out that right foot, tucking over the toes, and back again. Let that digest. Finishing up any motion you need. Inhale, reach your hands up overhead. Exhale, forward fold, hands through heart center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. How you can grip through the whole of the foot, under the big toe, the small toe mound, the heel. Inhale, rise up, right leg rises, one-legged mountain, stork. Exhale, twist open to the right, option to bind left hand with right big toe. Core turned on. If you have a bind, release it. Inhale, hands back up through center. Exhale, warrior three. Airplane those arms again. Take your time. Hips even, not trying to overly stack your right hip over the left. Thinking about energy shooting from the crown of your head through the bottom of your foot. Again, you can play with toes pointed towards you or away from you. Notice which one helps you with engagement and balance more. Inhale, exhale, gracefully step your right foot back. Inhale, hands up, high crescent lunge. Slightly bend into your right knee. Tuck your tailbone, engage your core on that right side, and then extend your right leg long again. And notice the sensations and how those micro shifts make a difference. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the blocks or the mat. Kick up, standing split, right leg towards the sky. Again, option to bring your hands to the ankle of yours, the grounded ankle if you would like to practice your balance. And relax right foot to meet the left. Find your forward fold. One breath here. Inhale, rise up one vertebrae at a time to Tadasana, and again, roll over the left foot, toes stretching, top of the foot stretching. Let that all digest. Coming back to your breath to regulate your heartbeat. Bring your awareness back to center. Option to soften your gaze or close the eyes here as we'll take about 5 more breaths in Tadasana. On your next inhale, reach your hands up overhead into prayer. Exhale, hands to heart center, take a pause. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up to chair. Hands to heart center in prayer. Take an inhale here. Exhale, twist right elbow to your left knee. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, twist left elbow to right knee. Inhale, back to center. Reach your hands up overhead and find your steady hold, this fierce, fiery energy. Drawing that energy up through the feet, through the legs, charging your whole body, moving energy through your whole body. And inhale, rise up, left leg rises, one-legged mountain. Exhale, twist open to the left, option to bind right hand with your left big toe. And release any binds you have. Inhale, reach your hands up through center. Exhale, warrior three. Airplane those arms. Let your arms reach out behind you like a floating creature. One more breath. Exhale, relax your left back foot down. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Slight bend into that back knee, engage your core, extend that back left knee out again. Inhale, exhale, twist open to the right. Chest open, shoulders away from ears. Your core is working, your legs are working. Inhale, hands back up through center. Exhale, find standing splits. Ground your left hand into a block, and then twist open to the right, revolved half moon. If this does not feel accessible, stay in your standing splits. Hands to the blocks. Step both feet back into downward facing dog. Let this be your reset pose. Option to move through a vinyasa here, moving through a chaturanga. Okay, step or jump your feet to the top of the mat. Find your forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, chair. Hold. Inhale, rise up, right leg rises, ground into your left foot, twist open to the left, exhale, option to bind, left hand, right big toe. Inhale, hands back up through center. Exhale, warrior three. If this is getting tiring, you can always just kickstand back and have the same sensations moving through the hips. Airplane your arms. And gently step right foot back. Inhale, high crescent. Bend into that right knee. Engage your core, navel in and up. Extend your right leg back out. Inhale here. Exhale, twist open to your left. Inhale, hands back up through center. Exhale, hands to blocks or the mat. Kick up, standing half split. You can stay here or ground your right hand into the block or mat. Exhale, twist open to the left, revolved half moon. Step your right foot down, left foot meets the right at the back. Find your down dog. Drop your knees, wide-legged or knees together for child's pose. Take a rest. As you are resting, if there is something else you feel your body is being called to, take it, or you can grab some water as well. We have about 6 more breaths. So the sequence we just moved through, that little block with high crescent to revolved half moon, we're gonna repeat that one more time aside. And this time, we're gonna have a bit of a smoother transition option to have your twisted high lunge directly into revolved half moon. If that does not feel accessible, we're gonna repeat exactly what we just did. So if you're in child's pose, slowly press yourself up. We're all going to meet at the front of the mat in Tadasana. Inhale, hands up overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, chair. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale, twist right elbow to left knee. Hold for a breath this time. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist. Hold a breath. Inhale back through center. Rise up. Left leg rises. One-legged mountain. Twist open to your left, option to bind. Right hand, left big toe. Release, warrior 3. Warrior 3. Airplane your arms, float. Step left foot back, high crescent lunge. Inhale, hands up overhead. Exhale, twist open to the right. This is gonna be fun. Okay, from here, you can bring your weight forward, kick up your back leg, take your left hand to the block or the mat, revolved half moon. Option for standing splits. If you would like, you can bend your lifted foot and bind with your right arm. Release any binds you have. Left foot meets the right. Inhale, rise up, Tadasana. Roll out the right foot. Walk out the hips. If at any point audible sounds are needed to regulate, work out what you just felt, do it like I just did. Okay. Inhale, hands up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair. Hands can be up overhead. Inhale, rise up one-legged mountain, right leg rises. Exhale, twist open to the right, option to bind, left hand, right toe. Whew. It's even I fall. Untwist, inhale, hands back up. Gracefully as possible, step right foot back, high crescent lunge. Inhale, hands up overhead. Exhale, twist open to the left. Core is turned on. You have awareness from the base of your feet through your hips and your core and through your arms. From here, windmill. Partly ground your right hand into the mat. Kick up your right foot, left arm to the sky. Revolved half moon. Option to bind your lifted leg with your left hand. Release your binds, right foot meets the left, and rise up, Tadasana. Roll out that left foot. Catch your breath, walk out the hips. And make your way to your mat supine position. Lying on your back. And for a moment, just pause. Notice the subtle and big shifts in your body. Bring your feet flat on the floor, knees bent. We're going to start left leg crossing over right, figure 4 for supine pigeon. Exhale, lift your right foot off the mat. Thread your left hand through your legs, binding on top of the right shin or behind the right thigh. You can point your left toes towards your left knee. And if you are looking for greater sensation, on an exhale, gently roll your body a little over to the right to create a greater stretch in your left hip. Wherever you are, soften your gaze or close your eyes. If you were slightly rolled to the right, roll yourself back through neutral. Everything stays the same in this pigeon, but reach your right leg long, so your hand just binds behind the right leg, and then draw your right toes towards your forehead. And we hold 3 more breaths. Beautiful. Ground your right foot into the earth. Scoot your hips slightly over to the left. Cross your left leg all the way over the right. Hands out into a T shape, and on an exhale, twist over to the right. Find your supine twist. Let your head fall where it feels natural, and taking deep breaths when you remember to. Last breath. Inhale, pull yourself back through center using your core. Uncross your legs for a moment. Let your legs come long. Let that digest. And we switch sides, feet flat on the floor, right leg figure forward over the left. On an exhale, lift your left leg, right hand binds between the legs, on top of the left shin or behind the thigh. Option to twist slightly over to the left this time to create a deeper stretch in your right hip. And You get to be here with your breath. If you rolled over to the left, roll back to center, and from your supine pigeon, extend your left leg long up to the sky, point your toes towards your forehead. 3 more breaths. Ground left foot into the mat, cross your right leg fully over. Scoot your hips to the right, and on an exhale, twist over to the left, arms out to the sides, head falls naturally. And we have a minute here. Deepening your breath when you are called to. Notice how you can soften the little muscles in your face here. Last breath. Bring yourself back through center, uncross your legs, and before we find stillness, I encourage a happy baby or even a plow pose. And if there's anything else you're called to in these last few moments, please listen to your body and give it to yourself. It can be anything intuitive from this supine position. Giving about 40 more seconds or so, finishing up any final movement before we find our stillness in Shavasana. If you would like any props for Shavasana, you can always take blocks underneath your knees. Maybe you want to use a blanket to cover up your body or your feet. If you would like to finish your practice in a seated position or any other position your body is called to today, that is also welcome. Go ahead and make your way there now if you are still finishing up your movement. And find stillness in your body. On your next exhale, soften your gaze or close your eyes. And notice the big and small sounds around you. Take in the temperature against your skin. And for a moment, let your mind's eye go as far and wide as it wants to go. Maybe taking yourself to a favorite spot in nature, a loved one, or simply into the next room. Come back to your breath, back to your body. And let every small nuance relax. The soles of your feet and ankles. Calves, knees, and thighs relaxed. Hips, low belly, and back relaxed. Letting your belly relax, all your organs still moving with their own intrinsic wisdom. Soften your lungs, heart, and chest. Shoulders to elbows, to wrists and fingertips relaxed. Neck relaxed. Jaw, ears, and mouth. Eyes, forehead, and scalp. Full body relaxed. I will let you know when your Shavasana is over. start to make small little wiggles, bring your hands to your heart. And take note of all the changes in your body and energy from the beginning to the end of your practice. Bring yourself back to your intention. And thank yourself for showing up. On your next breath, reach your hands up overhead, legs out long, full body stretch. Slowly rolling over to one side in a fetal position. And make your way up to a comfortable seat. We're going to finish class with a cleansing breath and a singular Om. So finding your seat, we'll take a big breath in. Through the mouth, let it go. Let's do that one more time. In through the nose. Cleanse it out. Take a breath, regulate yourself. Inhale for Om. Thank you to all the teachers and the teachings. What a gift it is to be able to share yoga. Thank you for showing up for your practice today. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.